On both sides of the bumper, right above the headlights, you'll see the 7mm bolt right here that has to be removed. Do this to both sides. Then switch to a 10mm and remove these 4 bolts here. That frees up this top piece here. Let's take off this retainer for the air intake. For me, someone used a nut and a bolt here to clamp it all down. For you, it might be different. On each side of the bumper, right here where it meets the fender, if you pull the fender liner back, that exposes a 10mm bolt. Let's take that out. And then if you just follow it down here, there should be a couple push clips. Take out whatever is holding your fender liner to the bumper cover. All right, this part is free. Do the same to both sides. On the underside of the bumper, you'll see some 7mm screws as well as a push clip right there, but basically just follow it along and take all of them off. I took all of them off under here, so the bumper is free from this splash shield as well as both side shields. If you have fog lights, you'd go ahead and disconnect them now. My vehicle doesn't, so I'm just going to take the bumper cover, pull it out on the side here. Just like that, it's clipped in. Pull it up over the hood latch at the front. Do the same to the other side. Now grab it, pull it away from the vehicle. And now on the driver's side, behind the bumper, you'll see the washer tank. So let's remove the washer pump. And I have a little collection bucket underneath to catch all the washer fluid that's gonna come out. There we go. We'll just let that drain. Let's also remove the level sensor. And make sure you remember which way it goes. Otherwise it'll read backwards if you put it in upside down. Remove any hoses that are attached to it. Now on the front right here, you'll see that it has a stud with a 10mm nut on it. It'll be the same on the back side. I'll show you that in a second. And this is pretty rusted for me. Hopefully it doesn't break. I did spray it down with rust penetrant, but let's try to take this out. Okay, that worked. On the back side, you'll see 2, like I said. There's one of them. If you follow it up, there's a second one. Now you can take the washer tank, slide it outward like this, twist it, turn it, make sure the washer hose is unclipped here. And there it is. Grab your new washer tank, and this little filler neck here with the gasket on it needs to slide into the top part of it. Make sure the washer hose gets reattached where it needs to be attached. Slide this up and in. Line it up with the studs. Just so I can stop these from dangling around, I'm gonna attach them. So press in the washer pump, make sure it's fully seated, and then put the level sensor back. Have this flat area facing the top. Oops, take off the old gasket, that might help. All right, route the hoses and the wires where they need to be. Now let's mount the reservoir back. Now you can fill it, and then let's put the bumper on. Now it's time to put the bumper cover on, and I'm going to slide it up from underneath. That way it grabs all the shields and pulls them up with it. Okay. Line it up. Make sure it goes under the headlights, of course. Over the hood latch here. Line it up on the sides. I'm going to put these top 4 bolts in. That way it's secured. I won't tighten them, but I'll just run them down. Once I clip it all into place, I'll come back and snug them. Press the sides in. So now I know that it's positioned where it needs to be. Snug these up. Right on the headlight brackets here, there were 7mm screws. Let's reinstall these. One on each side. Let's get the side mounting bolts back in. And I had 2 push clips on this side, one up here, and one down here. There should be 3, I only had 2. Do the same to the other side. 3 7mm screws going on this shield here. Now you want to just follow it along and put back all the screws that were holding all of your shields in place. Resecure this over here. Again, I had my nut and bolt. Whatever you have securing yours, go ahead and put that on. Snug it up.